All right, welcome to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode number 400. 400, season 9. Brandon Reeve, Jonathan Birdsong, JB. Happy Final Four Saturday. Yeah, you can hear me? You can't hear me. That's great. I think my audio is working. Let me check on something real quick. Yeah, it's working. I think it's John's that's not working. So welcome to Crossroads Sports Radio, episode 400, Final Four edition. We've got myself, JB. We've got the two gigantic matchups here in Indianapolis this evening. Illinois versus UConn and Michigan versus Arizona. Illinois 1.5-point favorites, Michigan 1.5-point favorites. It all leads up to this. All the craziness of March. Danny Hurley, Tommy Lloyd, and more. We'll see if we get John here. John, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, man. We was just on. We did ladies and gentlemen. We just did a whole practice set. I'm live at Starbucks at an closed Starbucks on the east side, y'all. And we just did a test run, and it went live and it didn't work. So, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. We're looking for the logo for the, you know what I'm saying, I knew I normally have in my studio. Gonna have to deal with Starbucks lighting right now. So let's start this.
Final Four day, John. We've got the two matchups, Illinois, UConn to start at 6:07. Michigan, Arizona, the nightcap. I call it the preemptive national championship game there and that one. Illinois, 1.5-point favorites. Underwood versus Hurley. Man, and I'm in the heart of it all week downtown for work and all.
Right. I've seen the pictures.
I don't know who I give the edge to here, man. I really don't. You got the history that they've been there with UConn, Mullins and the Cinderella story here in Indianapolis. You got Alex Caravan, who's the senior leader. I like that offense and defense for UConn. The coach, Hurley's that X factor. Underwood, consistent every year for the most part. You got a whole crew of Serbians, the fighting Serbians, coming this year. Man, to me, this was the one that is a toss-up to me. Big-time toss-up.
It's just going to
the spreads show it.
Yes, it's going to kind of come down to if UConn can rebound enough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wish the homie Brady Mullins could go Derry Bird and shoot 8 for 8. Even in that game, he shoot like 1 for 13 or something crazy before he even hit that one. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be on, just the game plan is to be on UConn shooters, whereas Caravan or Mullins. So I don't really expect Illinois to kind of shut her away from that. Illinois kind of looks like a little bit more complete team. Let us forget, man, if Duke holds on to the ball, and I'm still hurt by that, if Duke hold on to the ball, we're not kind of talking about this particular story right now. So I still think it favors Illinois tonight. Again, you know what I'm saying? But, again, the X factors definitely are on UConn's side for sure. But I still think it favors Illinois.
Yeah, you look at the other matchup, 1.5 points. The number was 8:49. I'm going to say a little after 9 o'clock this game will tip off. It won't be no 8:49. Michigan versus Arizona. Michigan 1.5-point favorites, John. Both of these teams have been the top of the college basketball world all season long, you can say. They've got offense. They've got defense.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the coaches. Man, to me, I mean, you could give this one another toss-up easily. One of my brackets I have left that didn't get trashed, I had Arizona winning. So I have a little bit of stakes there. But Michigan has been a great team all season long. When I look at it, John, I think you look at the sizes. You got the two big men. You got great guard play. I think it's going to come down to the X factor for me is going to be which role player is going to step up off the bench. I think that's what's going to be the key difference for this game.
Absolutely. And it comes down to the coaches as well, man. Tommy Lloyd has tried his best to make this not a distraction. Anything that's kind of going on else in the college basketball world, a distraction. But yeah, and like I said, he kind of focused back on the team. He's got some prime players, whether it's Cole Pete or some of the guards that he has right there as well. So it's kind of like a mirror image of one another. These teams are kind of sort of really get down to foul in Big Ten. I would kind of favor Michigan in that regard.
Okay. We just lost John again. We'll see that Starbucks Wi-Fi that he's at right now. A little bit of a struggle, but yeah, I think we're expected two great matchups. I was going to say till John, for all you sports bettors out there, like myself, Big Ten unders in the NCAA tournament the last 2 years are 70%. I've hit almost 70%. We'll see if you've got him or not. There he is. That Starbucks Wi-Fi, man.
They don't want to have nice things out here, man. It ain't just my house.
I was telling the people, the sports bettors, a couple of notes from tonight. Big Ten unders are I've hit for 70%. 70% of the Big Ten unders have hit in the NCAA tournament over the last 2 years. Also, the Big East versus the Big Ten, which would be your Illinois, UConn, unders have hit 75% with these two with Big Ten versus Big East over the last 3 years. 75% have hit unders. And Final Four unders in general, both games in the Final Four, they've hit 4 straight now. The last 4 straight Final Four games have all hit under. So I know nobody wants to bet for unders. I'm not a bet under type of guy normally because everyone wants to watch clanging and banging and all that crap going on because we've seen it for Virginia. But the history shows, folks, that the unders for the Final Four. And John, I think it's because of these big-ass stadiums, man. I see some seats at Lucas Oil. Thank God, Crossroads, if you think about it, hell, we might be way up in the 600 level section up there close to the Colts Super Bowl banner. I don't know, looking down, trying to look at ants.
Yeah, and obviously probably going to be some things they're going to look into going into the future. As the tournament gets bigger, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why are you against that?
Just because they can't. The NCAA doesn't know how to make money, man. That's it. They just don't know how to make money. So, again, me and you, 4 years ago, you know what I'm saying, we're kind of saying you needed to do something. This is even before, you know what I'm saying, it kind of got a quote unquote out of control. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of see it as Brandon as this. The guys and gals have too much power and too much say, and the administrators and feel like they needed, you know what I'm saying, a unified message from the executive, from Congress to get it all done. But every commissioner was saying the same thing. Y'all be in the same rooms like from springtime to fall time, man. So that's the kind of the frustrating part that you kind of had Congress during the wartime had to come in and step in and kind of make some decisions for you, man. So 76 teams is ridiculous, man. All these teams don't deserve to be in. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Reese and I did not get invited to the NIT this year. Shame on them. But like, isn't that going to 76 teams? Isn't that going to kind of absorb some of those teams or even this CIB? Yep. That's another one, Brandon. That little tournament they had out there in Arizona. I don't even know who won it. Shame on me. You know what I'm saying? For the crown was like $3 million. The crown, man. So you technically torpedoed their tournament, technically, right? Every coach wants to make the NCAA tournament, not not the crown, but through whatever licensing deal, through whatever TV work deals, the NCAA could not make those other tournaments that their teams playing, you know what I'm saying, impactful, man. So you open it up, 76 teams. Well, F it, Brandon. 3 years from now, why not 100? How about 105?
Yeah. We got the Final Four for the crown today, John. This afternoon, we got the Final Four for the crown.
Who's in it?
You got your boy Oklahoma Sooners and head coach versus Baylor, and then West Virginia against Creighton.
West Virginia shouldn't have been involved in no type of postseason tournament. And Porter Merzer, you know what I'm saying, Sister Pete probably looked out from on top of, you know what I'm saying, from down on heaven that he's still coaching, you know what I'm saying, here in late April. But I'm not a fan of it, man. Any of it.
John, I will pay you a crisp $100 if you can tell me
Uh-oh.
right here, right now, who won the 2025 Crown postseason tournament.
Ooh, I couldn't tell you. You can't give me $100, man. I couldn't tell you.
That tells you about the tournament, right? That tells you nobody cares about it. You don't care about it. Even for $100, you don't care about it.
Yeah. We didn't report on it last year.
The answer for that is Nebraska, just so everybody knows. Nebraska,
Okay.
the Dairy Birds beat UCF 77-66 in the inaugural Crown basketball tournament. Hey, John, Gino Auriemma, man, last night, he got some sour grapes, man. Him getting into it, Don Staley, bitching about waiting minutes to shake hands before, and then there was a double standard with the referees. He's saying, "Dude, just go home, Gino. No, you've done your time. You've done your time.
Just take your loss, and he's still at the top of the food chain when it comes to UConn. They still love him. He's still number one around there, man. Danny Hurley ain't surpassed him just yet, but nah, man, that's just sour grapes. He thought that this team he had was gonna hang another banner, 26, and Don Staley and them went out there and whooped that ass. South Carolina. The thing about it though, Brandon, and I even check myself, all this bickering back and forth, whether it's Don Staley being demonstrative on the pushback or them getting, real nasty with one another in the media, like it takes the focus off the game, takes the focus off the play and kind of what happened, man. So I don't know, man. I went back through the replay. They were just playing rough. The referees wasn't calling. Again, it must have been a bunch of Big East a bunch of Big East referees, man. So he shouldn't have no complaint. He shouldn't have no complaint, man, because they tuck their whistles up there in the Northeast, man. But no, man, his team just got their ass kicked, darn Lord. And that is what it is, man. Take your go fishing, man.
I kept vouching that Tommy Lloyd was going to be taking the North Carolina job. It came out yesterday afternoon. Him and Arizona have agreed to a new 5-year deal for him to stay at Arizona. Tommy Lloyd staying put at Arizona. Latest report this morning is Billy Donovan will not talk to the North Carolina people or officials. No interest of doing anything until the Chicago Bulls season is over, which we are like 5 games away.
Okay. Thanks, Billy.
5 games away.
Thanks,
5
Billy.
Games.
Pick up the phone. I'll put it out there, Brandon. Pick up the phone, Dan Hurley. Just pick up the phone.
They're saying there are 2 guys right now. CBS Sports is saying, besides Billy, if he does end up coming to talk, Ben McCollum from Iowa. Boy, wouldn't that be a thing? One and done, going out to Carolina, leaving there. And then the second guy, who did they say this morning? I know I don't have it written down. Give me 1 second, John. But, man, Ben McCollum, you want to talk about the rise, man. That's like the Kurt Signetti-esque, you would think, right? Just what he's done so far?
Yeah, for real. I know the second guy ain't Vince Carter. Vince Carter got a lot of passion for basketball, American basketball, man, but he ain't got the resume, man. While you looking it up, man, I did tap into a little bit more of Ronald Norad's, ushering in, man, saying all the right things, saying a whole lot about defense, man, but, this game is about offense, so, man, hopefully we see some more dubs coming next year from Butler.
Yeah, they're saying that the top guy would be, if it's not Donovan, then the top guy would be Mark Byington from Vanderbilt. That was the guy that they would be going after. When's the last time you saw Vanderbilt? North Carolina blue blood going after a Vanderbilt guy.
Yeah, they're going way outside the family. And Vanderbilt had a quality season this year, man, but that's way outside the family.
Yeah, so I heard a very interesting interview last night with my way home with John Calipari, talking about what he thinks of the state of college basketball right now.
Okay.
And he has a problem with it. It's a horrible problem with college basketball. And it's not what you would think, John, because you think it'd be talking NIL and the money here and all that. And that wasn't what Calipari's big argument was. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that the focus and everybody is all about the European basketball players and not the American players. But as is the fact that we have pros who are labeled as pros playing professional basketball in Europe that are now then coming to college to play basketball against 17, 18, 19-year-old kids. That's where Calipari's big problem with college basketball is right now. Very
Okay.
interesting interview. I don't agree with a lot of things Calipari says. I thought he was going to go off on a tangent about NIL money. I'm going to say, dude, you paid players, Kentucky,
Right.
UMass, all that.
For
But
years.
no, I think he has a valid point. And as I've said about these European players coming over, look at Illinois' team. Every one of these teams that's in the Final Four has European players, has average age players that are high
Older.
for all
Yeah.
four
Older.
teams.
Yeah.
So thoughts on that and kind of Calipari's conversation with that?
I don't know, man. Sorry, man. Somebody else kind of thought outside the box, man, for Calipari, man.
Do you think
So
your pro players in Europe should be able to play college basketball in the United States?
we used to think college basketball was the next step to the NBA. If these guys are saying, in essence, they're trying to get to come over here to get to the NBA, then I don't necessarily see an issue with it. But there should an age like there's an age limit when you can go into the NBA. There should be an age limit to like when your college basketball career should kind of end. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to have 26-year-olds playing against 17-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? It's not healthy for the game from a standpoint to have guys transfer here, transfer there. And Illinois has Stojakovic who transferred here, transferred there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to pick on AJ Score. He did it too. He played Wisconsin. He played in Kansas. He played, you know what I'm saying, now, you know what I'm saying, Ole Miss, right?
Right.
But everybody kind of uses it. But like now, it's just somebody that Calipari knows. It's something he never tried before. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess obviously, you know what I'm saying, with some of this, this rollout with trying to keep college athletics pure or whatever. I just kind of say it like that, so for like a better word. Maybe some of this kind of gets shooken out, man. But I would say this technically needs to be an age limit and a term and time limit of how long you can be in college as far as playing athletics.
Okay. I do want to ask you, kind of shifting gears a little bit to the NBA. Cooper Flag, 50-pointer last night, John.
I'm pretty sure he got it sold up. He got Rookie of the Year sold up. You can guarantee that, man. He's got that sold up. It's gonna be kind of interesting how they build out the rest of the roster going further. But good, I would still say a pretty good solid. I know we all banty about. Kind of anticipating next year. Pretty good rookie class, man. Unfortunately, Utah Jazz is tanking, so Ace Bailey has some flashes, but we didn't necessarily get a good flash of like what he can be and what he can potentially do on a basketball court. But he has some great flashes. Con Nipple, of course. You know what I'm saying? There's some pretty good rookies this season for sure.
Acuff
BJ
from Arkansas keeps kind of going up the boards. Obviously, Calipari was talking about him, saying, "Hey, if you don't take him as an NBA, like you're an idiot, right? You're gonna miss out on something great." Calipari said, "Hey, I said the same thing about Tyrese Maxey. 19 teams passed on Tyrese Maxey. Indiana,
right.
you're one of them. Passed on him, right? Acuff, what kind of future?" Because they were saying, and Cal, and one of the guys in the interview said, Cal, I think he might be your best guard you've ever had in college basketball. Better than a Derrick Rose, better than a John Wall. That Acuff as a guard is probably as Calipari's best guard he's ever had in college.
That's hard to say. That's a hard to say to Derrick Rose. That's a hard say, man. I can't necessarily roll that out. But as far as like, somebody who's been able to handle the pressure and in a one and done situation, A-Cup is kind of he stepped up to the challenge. The difference between an A-Cup and a Darren Peterson for me is the explosiveness. Darren Peterson more explosive guard. They both kind of do the exact same. Put any player in the next level on the island. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they definitely can play, you know what I'm saying, at the next level, that lead guard or even two guard position. I would just say Darren Peterson's a little bit more explosive. You're gonna see a lot more highlight package. But this kid right here, again, man, just remember, man, even next year, wherever his assignment kind of goes, man, there's gonna be a learning curve with whatever kind of comes into it. But like 2-3 years from now, absolutely, man. We're gonna like what we see out of A Cup Junior.
Yeah, absolutely. Luca out now the rest of the regular season. Man, is it good? How much is this going to
Just
linger
when the
into the
Lakers was
playoffs for the
getting hot.
Lakers? Yeah, how long
Just
is
when
this
the
going to
Lakers,
linger?
yeah, just when the Lakers was getting hot, man, and you know what I'm saying, people. That means now you got more Bronny minutes, man. So that people lose their mind about whatever happens with Bronny and how many times his pockets get picked or whatever. But real stuff toe thing for the Lakers, man. They went on like a 9-game win streak, and then lost a game, and then went on another streak, man. So King's been playing great. Great play, definitely out of Luca for sure. Because people were talking about. I recall this. People talking about him being MVP. He wasn't in the top 5, but they were talking about him being MVP with like some of the burger games that he kind of put together. But no, man, that's somewhat of a stub in the toe, especially with that team. People still doubt him, but it is what it is, man. You better appreciate the Lakers while you got them. You know what I'm talking about, LeBron. You better appreciate why you got them.
Let's see. Thoughts? Let's see. Let me find something, John.
Man.
You had something the other day that was interesting. Where is it? I'm looking, John. You've been kind of quiet this past week on Twitter, so I don't know where it's at. It's gone.
But heck, I got put in Twitter jail a couple weeks ago, man. I didn't know if I could post on there or not, man. SEC network suckers.
Damn. I see you going after Greg Sakey.
Yeah, we're gonna get acquainted again. You know the homie got National Coach of the Year, Travis Steele.
Really?
Yeah, right. See, that's what happens, man. So many headlines come. Unfortunately, we had to talk about. I kind of addressed Jaden Ivey. You know what I'm saying, earlier on in the week, man. So, you know what I'm saying, but like that kind of got lost in the shuffle, man. Yeah, Travis Steele, national, not the MAC Coach of the Year. He had already got that wrapped up. National Coach of the Year, man. You got to kind of tip your hat to that. Sign right back up with Miami, man. So he ain't going to North Carolina for darn sure. At least not next year.
Right.
But
yeah,
good
for him.
Man, like National Coach of the Year, like dude, we're gonna have to get line of sight the Derek Birds from Miami, Ohio, man, for sure next year.
Right. Yeah, I know, right? We're gonna get them in. Let's see. We had the college slam dunk all-star 3-point shootout last night. High school wise, Luke Ertl from Mount Vernon going to Purdue won the 3-point. And then you've got and I know Decott. Where's Decott? His boy CJ Gunn, the former Hoosier, winning the college one. A little controversy at the end, but they gave him the 3.
Hold on, man. I know it's something you forget, man. These got to go back to college basketball, man. The portal. So Philly Bizjack entered the portal, which you know what I'm saying. It kind of raised my eyebrow. What dropped my jaw, Brandon, was Flory Bigunda talking about he's in the portal or he's going to the NBA. And I'm like, man, you went to Kansas. You at Kansas. So like you're gonna go blue blood jumping or that's it. But like why would you blue blood jump? Like again, like the same Brandon, the same things analytical and the same big time expectations that Kansas want, Big Blue Nation want. Kentucky. Same expectation if he's going to Bloomington, they won't. So like I kind of I don't question anything Floyd Bigunda has kind of done on the floor as a basketball player. Maybe the level of expectation. Maybe everybody kind of thought he was going to be the next Gary Trent or something like that. I don't necessarily think like that. He's going to necessarily reach those levels. But man, I don't think Bill Self is shaking in his boots and saying he got another 4 or 5 Americans getting ready to come. But like that kind of thought that was interesting, man. That he's leaving Kansas. Like either you leave Kansas to go pro, bro. Period. Turn it NBA.
Yeah.
You don't leave Kansas and come to IU to go to Purdue or anybody else, man. That's wild.
Let me ask you this. I saw yesterday, and every day in this area, there's always something that's being said or done that just makes you shake your head with, and I'll quote a good friend of us, Orange Caesar, the
Okay,
Orange Julius Caesar.
okay.
Um, but Trump signed the executive order on college sports to kind of regain control of the NIL. That executive order looks to aim athletes to 5 years and one transfer. Um, Thoughts on that?
Like I said, Brandon, they was making too much money. The kids was making too much money. We can't, but I'm saying it ain't just the kids. You got governors getting involved, talking about
Uh-huh.
we overpaid. We got governors involved talking about bring Lane over here. We got governors and jurors involved talking about Trinidad Chambers. Why would you want to go to the NFL? We gonna let you
Now
pay for
he's
this 5
back to
million.
Ole Miss, JB. Now my Steelers got to wait another year.
Yeah. So like you have too many people with a thumb in the pie, and I guess it's supposed to fix it, but I don't know. Hopefully, it does.
Every day it's something different, man. Every day. But I don't know. We'll see. Thoughts. I mean, final thoughts, I guess, on excitedness about tonight's Final Four games. What are you looking? What are you looking for, and kind of your final predictions for both games?
I don't think on the men's side we're gonna see anything like what we seen last night with Gino and Don Staley, man. I say that with Dan Hurley being on the sideline, man. But like, no, everybody kind of respects one another. These teams, you know what I'm saying? All these teams are damn quality teams. There's no question marks on any of their rosters or anything like that. I expect Michigan to get to the Final Four. I expect Illinois to get to the last game, and you're finally gonna have your Big Ten champion. Where that debate or whether the Big Ten quote unquote ain't won a championship, but like remember, folks, it's not about the conference. It's about the team. It's about the team.
Yep, exactly. Well, I guess one last thing I have is, man, the NBA and Giannis and the Bucks. There's a bit of investigation going on now because Giannis says he's
Giannis says he
healthy,
can play. Yeah, yeah.
and
Giannis
the
says he
Bucks
can
are
play.
like, "No, you ain't healthy."
They ain't trying to mess
Drama.
up. They ain't trying to mess up their chances. But like, man, that's even with 3 or 4 games left, man. That's not good, man. You talk about Buck. Like, there's controversy there. There's also bad Miles Turner tape where they like during announcements they're booing him.
I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
yeah, man. I didn't share it, man. But
You need to pull
Miles
that and share it. I
Miles,
need to see
Miles
this.
Miles Turner will not be there much longer.
Well, that's a shame. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game tonight. I'm gonna look for the X factors of the bench. Who's going to win this game tonight? Somebody off the bench is going to make that. Have to make that key play. Who that role player is, I'm excited to kind of see.
One shining moment from a bench player. That'd be great. That'd be
I'm
awesome.
going to go Illinois, Michigan, national championship game. Big Ten gets their title back right here in the heart of Indianapolis on Monday night. That way, the whole city can celebrate a Big Ten championship. Tonight, let's talk tonight for a second, man. We're gonna make a couple appearances. Our friends at the Game Time Network are going to be having their live show this evening at Bugsy's Sports Bar over on the east side of Indy. I think that's on Washington Street, if I remember right, John.
It's a little off Brookville, but those two
Brookville,
streets out there,
yeah.
yeah, it's off Brookville. It's on the east side. You know what I'm saying? Out from 7 to 8. You know what I'm saying? We'll be there to support, take some pictures. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we can answer any of the trivia questions because we we know the answers. But they also have a little trivia kind of set up for some of the patrons to kind of come in there, and they actually got some prizes, t-shirts,
Yeah.
patron memorabilia. So like, man, it's gonna
Now
be a
get
good time.
yourself there a little early, John. Get yourself early, everybody, because the game starts at 6.
I'm coming with the homie, man. I ain't driving. I
Who?
got me to ride,
Reggie?
man. I'm coming with the homie, Justin Powell, you know what I'm saying, fan program. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm
Hell
coming with
yeah.
the homie, man. So it's gonna be a great time.
Looking forward to that. First beer's on me, gentlemen, tonight there. So I'm about to head downtown. I'm going to check out the festivities for a little bit more. Got to check out a few things.
Hey
And
man,
then
hold
later
on.
on
I
tonight.
don't know if you're gonna be able to make it tomorrow, but Crossroads Sports will be at the HBCU All-Star game. Which, ladies and gentlemen, they said they ain't connected in no way, shape, or form to the NCAA tournament. But it is basketball. It is college basketball, and it's going down at the fairgrounds. Cortiva. I don't want that Coliseum. I say Pepsi Coliseum. Everybody else says Cortesia.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
saying? You had it right
so,
the first time.
But yeah, we'll be at the Boots on the Ground, man. I know it's Easter weekend. It's kind of weird. You know, Easter Sunday's kind of weird, but we'll be Boots on the Ground. You know what I'm saying? Check out the Nolan Smith from Tennessee State. You know what I'm saying? From the Brotherhood. He's here, bro. We got to meet him, man. So we'll be there.
Okay. I was planning on going, and then I was reminded by my wife that it is Easter and we will not be in the city on Sunday. So. Reminded of that last night. So failure on my part. Totally forgot it was Easter. Totally forgot. But yeah, enjoy the games tonight. You get a chance to head out to Bugsy's. Going to see the Game Time Network crew. Jonathan and myself will be by there as well. Enjoy the games. Get down and check out the festivities, man. I know it was going to be raining and storming a little bit later, but a lot of stuff going on with the Fan Jam. There's a retro store over by the Tin Roof of like old school, like 95. I saw a 95 UCLA Bruins championship jacket that looked fire. Get that from Mick Cronin. But yeah, old Final Four logos from Indianapolis there, different attire.
It must be Bill Walton. I got to get down there. Down there.
So, but you got to check it out. It's across from Tin Roof there, just behind Prime 47. I'm going to go check that out here a bit later on. But enjoy Indianapolis. Enjoy the games. Let's go. Myself and John, we may do a Sunday night just recap of the Final Four games. Maybe. Yeah, we may go quick live tonight at Bugsy's just on our phone before we leave.
Yeah, you want to go wedding crashers?
No, we're not going. No, not that way. Not that way. No.
Got you.
But just a quick 2-minute thing. But we'll see you guys. Enjoy. Talk to you later.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads sports content.